Okay. Okay. I just finished Kalel's video. It actually just came out today, I think only an hour or two ago, and I just watched it because she is putting out some stuff this week, and I don't know how long this streak is going to last. And with Kalel, Kalel knows with Kalel, okay? So I'm not shading her at all. It's just, you never know how long she's going to be uploading and in her streak. And her streak right now is honesty and being more open and transparent about her life and who she is as a person, which I have always appreciated when people online do that. Like, I can do that because I have a really small following, and so it doesn't really matter. Like, maybe I'll piss 2 people off, okay? But people that are on like Trisha Paytas level, Kalel level, when they can be transparent about their personal life, then I really have to respect that, because that's a level that none of us regular people understand. You know what I'm saying? The backlash that they can get from saying one wrong thing or tweeting one bad meme, PewDiePie. It's just bizarre. Like, people will turn on them in an instant. But Kalel's video titled, "I'm not a real vegan?" or something like that. I'm not either. I'm not either. And I've touched on it before in videos, but I haven't really gone into depth like she did. She said that she's been vegan for over 5 years, and she hasn't had meat in that time whatsoever. Not at all. But she will indulge in the occasional candy bar or, different things like that. And when she said the candy bar thing, I wasn't expecting her to go that far. I was expecting her to say, oh yeah, I mean, I'm not a perfect vegan, because nobody is. Get it? Because like, we all cause harm. But that's not what she did. She legitimately admitted that she ate a candy bar. And that might sound crazy to you people who aren't vegans, you people. But to vegans in the vegan community, when she's saying that she's super scared to film this video, I would be too, girlfriend, if I were sneaking Reese's, but I'm not. However, I am doing things that I'm sure other vegans would be like, you're not a real vegan. And for some reason, when somebody says you're not a real vegan, not only is it so offensive and so demeaning, it's also really embarrassing. You're like, oh shit, I'm not a real vegan. Oh my God. Like, it'd be like if you were a die-hard Christian, like super hardcore, in your heart and soul a Christian, and then you missed church on Christmas Eve or something. I don't know what Christians do, but like that, and then somebody found out and they were like, you're not even a real Christian, you don't even care about God or something. Maybe that's not a good example, I wouldn't know because I'm not religious, but it would just be so offensive to your morality and to your being and everything that you value and believe. You'd be like, yes, I am. And then you'd feel guilty and you'd be like, wait, does God really hate me because I missed church or because I didn't read this part of the Bible or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So since she was so open and candid about what she has slipped up on or just chooses willingly not to do as a vegan, I thought that I would be as well. I will start with wine. There are a lot of wines out there that are processed in a non-vegan way, like they're filtered through fish guts or egg yolks, and as gross as that sounds, that's the truth of the nature all day long, and it's disgusting. But that's just how they're made. They're made in a non-vegan way. Your girl goes to the liquor store, well, not right now because I'm pregnant, but your girl goes to the liquor store and she's not about to Google, is this wine vegan or not? I did when I first started being vegan, and that was so freaking difficult, not only to find out the answer, is it vegan or not, but when so many wines are produced that way, it's hard to find a vegan wine. And usually if there is a wine that is specifically marketed as a vegan wine, it's really freaking expensive. So for no reason. And usually the bottle's a lot smaller. So I buy big boxes of Franzia because I drink a lot of wine. Not right now, but I did back when I had a life. And now I'm growing a life. It's way different. But I don't know if Franzia is vegan or not. And I frankly don't care because I freaking don't care. Another thing that I do is I buy chicken flavored ramen noodles. People say that there's a vegan, like, oriental flavor of ramen noodles. I have not found it. I have found the oriental flavor in my grocery stores, but it contains fish. So, like, I don't know what version of ramen noodles they're talking about. And I've also seen that, like, Dr. McDougall, he has his own kind of ramen noodles that you just buy in a package. But frankly, I ain't got the money to spend on Dr. McDougall, okay? It's expensive. And so what I do is, this is kind of like the infamous vegan cheetah thing where he started the umbrellaism concept. And I will buy the chicken flavored ramen noodles, just the ones that are like the noodles and then the little packet separately. And I'll just throw the packet away. Is that wasting animal products? Yes. But I'm not eating it. And the millimeter of powdered chicken in that packet, yeah, that is cruelty and it's awful and I wish that it didn't exist, but there is nothing I can do about it. When CJ is here, I will save those packets for him, but I also don't even like doing that because it's so bad for you. It's so high in sodium and just a bunch of other gross stuff, and I don't want him to eat those. So I prefer when he's not here and I eat ramen noodles because then I don't have to save those packets anyway. And either way, I just like throwing them away. I don't care, okay? That's it. That's how it is. The next thing is, speaking of CJ, who is my boyfriend slash father of my baby inside my stomach, I will also try his food occasionally when he wants me to. Just like Kalel, I haven't eaten meat in almost 3 years. So it's been a long time, and I haven't eaten eggs and I haven't eaten anything like that. But if we're going through the grocery store and there are like samples of like Whole Foods or something, and there are samples of cheese, the tiny bricks of cheese, and he'll try one and be like, "Oh my God, Brooke, this is so good." I'll take a bite of one. I'll try it. Or the other month, actually, is what it was. He had a Culver's turtle custard or something, and he was just like, "This is so good, this is so good, you have to try it." So I had a bite, and it was damn delicious. Did I order one myself because it was so good? Hell no. But I did try his. It makes him really happy and feel a lot of joy when I try things like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And the next thing that I'm gonna talk about is also related to CJ, and then after that, that's it. But we went to one of his coworkers' houses the other day for dinner, and I had never met this coworker before. He really, really likes her. He thinks that she is just super nice and super awesome, and she made pot roast, but she like made it in a crock pot with potatoes and carrots, and then she made a second crock pot with just potatoes and carrots for me because she knew that I didn't eat meat. So she was like, "Oh, cool, that's what I'll do. Like, I'll make a separate thing for her so she feels included." And that was so sweet and so nice, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So there's no meat in here?" And she was like, "Nope, it's just potatoes, carrots, and a little bit of non-GMO grass-fed butter." And I was like, "Oh shit." And I looked at CJ, and CJ looked at me, and in his eyes it was just like, "Please eat it." And I was like, "I'm gonna eat it," because it was so nice of her to set that aside for me, to be like, "This, here's for the vegan," like she's included. But a lot of people don't really know what vegan means, and so they assume that they know what it means, or they assume that I'm just like healthier, so they're like, "See, it's non-GMO, so you'll like it." I don't care about GMOs, girl, you know? But I ate the potatoes and carrots anyway because I was trying to be respectful. I was in somebody else's house that I've never met before. I was trying to be respectful. So there's that, and I'm not ashamed of it. Sorry, I have a lot of dry skin happening on my nose, and it's itchy. Okay, so then this one, I know I could do better, but at this point, I am not doing better. Cleaning supplies, shampoo, those kind of home things, home products that are used for either cleaning the home, cleaning myself. Vegan shampoo and conditioner is expensive. It's not like e.l.f. products, like if you're buying makeup where you can just go to the store and get a $3 mascara. It's not like that with shampoo and conditioner. The more organic and natural and vegan and plant-based that a product is when it comes to stuff like that, the more expensive it is. Like $30 for a freaking thing of shampoo. I do not have the money for that. I've never had the money for that. I don't think I'll ever want to spend money like that. So I'm not going to. At this point, I'm physically unable to. So does that mean that I'm making the conscious decision not to? I don't know. But I will try to buy more natural cleaning products and things like that just because I really don't want chemicals all over my home, especially with my dog and then soon with a baby on the way. I don't want my baby crawling all over a floor that I just soaked in chemicals. So I do buy more natural things like that. But I don't know if those are vegan or not. I just know that they're paraben and sulfate free, bitch. Like, that's all I know. So that's another area where I struggle. And then the last thing, this is the one that I'm the most nervous to admit. The last thing that I have done that is not vegan is I ate honey a couple weeks ago on purpose. That's not fun to admit because I've never been a excuse me, I've never been a strict no honey vegan ever. I've always just kind of been like, I'm not going to buy it. I don't think that it's ethical, but if somebody makes me a baked good or something and they think that it's vegan and it has honey in it or whatever, I'll eat it. Or if the only thing available is bread, that I like, the only thing I can eat in a place is bread, and that bread has honey in it, I'm gonna eat it. But a few weeks ago, I ate a slice of bread with peanut butter and honey on top. And I did that because I'm pregnant and I was hungry. There wasn't anything else to eat. There wasn't any jam or jelly or fruit or anything like that. So I just put, and yeah, and again, a strict vegan could argue, like, well, you didn't have to put honey on it. You could have just had peanut butter and bread. Like, it's that easy. And that's true. But I've been having such a hard time eating, which you would know if you follow this channel, or my Instagram. I've been having such a hard time eating during this pregnancy that anything, I've stayed vegan, of course, with this honey exception, but anything that I can eat, I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't, like, in my brain, could not make that decision to eat just peanut butter and bread. I couldn't do it. I needed something more. So I put the honey on it, and oh shoot, now looking back, I could have totally done like brown sugar or something. But whatever. Anyway, too late now. So I ate honey, and am I ever going to buy honey? No. Am I ever going to eat just straight up honey again? I don't know. Am I ever going to order potatoes at a restaurant and then when they come out covered in butter, am I gonna be like, I guess I'll just eat them anyway? I don't know. I go back and forth. Some days I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't eat this. If I get like refried beans that are covered in cheese, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't eat this. And I'll send it back and have them make me more. But then other days I'm just like, I just don't want to waste the food. And I know that that's hypocritical and that you really can't go back and forth on that philosophy, especially when I'm the one like throwing away ramen noodle stuff. But that's just part of my hypocritical brain, I guess. And another thing about restaurants, now that I'm thinking of it, is when I go out to eat, I'll get a veggie burger, no cheese, no mayo, nothing like that. But I'm not about to ask them to go into the back and look at the ingredients list on the giant bag of bread to see if there are any eggs or milk in it. When I go out, I just assume that the bread is vegan. I'm like, listen, I'm not eating meat, I'm not eating dairy, as far as I know, like I'm not getting a slice of cheese, I'm not getting egg like in a glob of mayo. I am doing what I can and what is practical for me in that moment. And that's how I've always been. If I go on a cruise ship and I can't eat anything, I'm gonna grab the dinner rolls and I'm gonna eat a shit ton of those, because that's what I can eat. That I'm like, I don't know if there's dairy, I don't know if there's eggs in here. I know a lot of the times there aren't any of those things because they're trying to make as much bread or rolls or baked goods as possible for as cheap as possible. So they're trying to like not use dairy, not use eggs. And I know that, so I just have that faith that it's vegan, but I don't know that. However, am I going to be on a 7-day cruise and starve because I refuse to eat bread that I can't tell if it's vegan or not, and I can't ask because there's a language barrier? No. No. Like, I'm gonna eat the rolls, okay? And I am an angry vegan. I really am. I get so passionate and so angry when people buy milk every day and they eat meat and don't see the cruelty in it, and I get so wound up and upset when it comes to things like that. And when people just have a complete lack of empathy, I do get really pissed off. Even thinking about it in this moment makes me really pissed off. And that might make me a hypocrite now that I, along with Kalel, am admitting that I'm absolutely not a perfect vegan. Kalel said that she was probably 95 to 98% vegan. And I would probably say that I'm like 90% vegan, I guess, if we're really going to think about it that way. But I don't know. It's just, I still believe that I'm vegan. I'm still going to use the label vegan. I'm not going to switch to plant-based, and I'm not going to let anybody bully me and tell me that I'm not doing a good job, because I am. I am saving the animals. I am protecting the planet and using my compassion in almost everything that I do, and I think that I'm doing the best that I can for everything that all the circumstances that surround me. And my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna get going, but I just wanted to make this quick one-take video and just let you all know that I'm not perfect, and I am absolutely not a perfect vegan. And while I don't eat candy bars or whatever, I did eat honey. And while I don't buy leather products, I have tried a sample of cheese. So none of us are perfect. It's impossible to be a perfect vegan or a perfect anything for that matter. So just try to be the perfect you and do the best that you can to be kind and to show kindness to others, other people, other plants, other animals, just everything around you. Like, I think the main important thing to remember is that this planet is our home. It's everybody's home. It's the home to the tree in your front yard. It's the home to your pet. It's the home to the birds. And if we don't take care of it, we all die, and we all suffer for a long time before we die. So let's just do the best that we can. And stop using so many frickin' straws. Amen. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and let me know if you are a perfect vegan or if you are not a perfect vegan like me. I appreciate Kalel's honesty, and I absolutely send no hate to her. I only empathize with her, and I feel you, girl. I feel you. So that's it. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.